Hello everyone, I'm Kalen North and welcome back to Terra Invicta. Today is part 13 of our Protectorate campaign. We're going to be trying to do some expansion in space, we're going to try and do a bunch of science, we're going to try and do some more work in the EU. A lot of this is going to be stuff you've seen before. Hopefully we can get construction modules up and show you some new stuff in space, but that's going to require us to finish industrialization of space, so we'll see how far close we get to that. As far as where we left off last time, we contacted the aliens, we fixed our space resources problem for the time being by trading with them, and we've been making more progress in the EU, which we still need to do more of, and hopefully things just go all right. We're currently at war with Italy and Russia, which is not ideal, but we will do what we can to counter that. I'm going to try and kick humanity first out of Russia at some point in the near future, take it over for ourselves, but we don't really have the CP cap right now to work on that yet, at least not until we've done a little more unification. Meanwhile, Hungary is ready to unify, so we're going to go ahead and get that pulled into the EU right away here. We're going to have Yoyi go ahead and set national policy in the EU to unify Hungary. We're pretty close. We've got 39 days left on the Italy countdown, so in about 3 turns we'll be able to federate them with the EU. That'll be good. Eric, I'm going to have Eric go ahead and run random control nation missions still. I believe we took a point in South Africa last time, and we're going to take the other point and set that up for hopefully long-term success as we try to spread into Africa eventually. Udantika, I was thinking I wanted to have go and probably take the control point from the servants in Georgia. Georgia is actually eligible to join the EU, so we could potentially do that here in a short period. So we'll go ahead and try and take that one.
Targeting the opposition.
Madeline, I want to run a purge on the academy in Norway. We really want to take that one back if we can. I'm going to put a couple of influence into it in case they defend interests. I don't think they're likely to, but we'll go ahead and do that. And then Anjor, I'm going to keep on trying to fight this public opinion battle in Spain, so I'm just going to have him run public campaigns in Spain for a while, at least until we need to investigate more alien activity or anything like that. But we'll go ahead and run time and get going. Right now, we really want to just try and finish up some of the priorities we've had in past videos. Alright, so that's good. And we want, and there's our turned counselor. We do have some things we could do with trying to improve our org selection, leveling up some of our counselors and do other things. I want to unify with Hungary. And that's going to help us a little bit with our CP cap, which we're about to blow past again, though, with these couple of purge missions and control missions that we've got pending.
We are in control now.
Currently it looks like, yeah, enemy factions are launching probes towards asteroids. I'm not super worried about getting any of the asteroids. We can potentially steal some later on from them. And if we want to, we can also
We'll be ready for
do
new
some other
orders
things
soon.
with that. Where we want to focus on just the larger planetary bodies and less on the asteroids for the time being. Here we go in Georgia. I want to focus on mission control. They've already got a spaceflight program, which is great, but I really want mission control long term here. They could potentially use some investments in economy, but I think it's going to be better to unify them into the EU first, just because their population is pretty small and they don't have a lot of investment points. Only 2.6 a month. So we're going to just focus all of that on mission control for now.
We are in control.
Try to hold on to that. Alright, we got the point in Norway, so I'm going to switch that back to mission control. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and abandon Norway again. Get ourselves back under cap, hopefully, or close to cap. I don't want to lose too much other stuff to purge missions if I can help it. Which, speaking of, Southern Balkan states might actually be another candidate for abandonment in the near future. We still need to get them...
to take control.
Oh goodness, we failed in South Africa. That's Well, it's surprising, but that happens. Resistance failed the purge mission targeting Georgia, so that's good that we stayed a little bit lower on that. Tried to duck the purge. Russia is declared rivalry with Georgia. India and Georgia have ended their alliance. We've got some new orgs available to us. I don't know that we want to spend too much time focusing on the orgs. This one's pretty nice, actually, as is Directorate General for External Security. I'm gonna go and try and clear up some of Urantica's space. So we'll unequip this one, which is just getting us a little bit of money and economy. And put on the Directorate General for External Security, which gives investigation and espionage, as well as some ops income. So that'll be nice. Also gives some security, which potentially useful, but not currently what we're focusing on. Thoth marketing is kind of nice with the +2 persuasion. If we could get that onto like Anjor, but he's not ready for that kind of thing. Unless, we could actually get him this Ostrina Financial for a bonus to administration, and then we could give him the Thoth marketing. Yeah, let's do that. That'll be nice, because then we'll get his persuasion score a little bit higher, so he can start running Inspire missions more easily. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase this org, and then I'll purchase Thoth marketing. Get the +2 persuasion. And he's now at 24 out of 25. Is there anything else we really want to take? Otho Industries is kind of interesting. What would we have to give up for it, though? We could give up Sapphire Products, which is kind of like a just slightly worse version of it, so maybe that's not actually that valuable. We've got a few interesting orgs here, but I don't know that any of them... Sravasta Surveillance would be kind of nice on someone, but I don't know that we've got the ability to get it right now. We could get a nice little boost and mission control from this one. Again, though, I'm not really sure whether it's better than what we've already got. So I'm gonna leave things as they are for now. I'm gonna take a quick look at everyone's experience level, see if anyone's ready to level up. Doesn't look like it, so we'll hold off on counselors again for a little while, and then we could run something in Paraguay, but I'm not too interested in that. So let's start with Anjor. I'm gonna keep doing public campaigns in Spain. Keep on. Servants have such good support there, which is not great. I wonder if there's like xenoforming or something going on in Europe that is making things worse that we just haven't noticed or been able to fight against. Certainly possible, but I'm just not sure. Yoi, I want to... How close are we on Italy? 24 days, so two more turns and then we can federate them in. For now, I'm going to have her doubling up on public campaigns in Spain.
Making our case.
Ready.
We'll have Eric go and we'll have him try and take South Africa again. Urantica. I kind of want to start working on Belarus. We can't actually claim it into the EU, but right now the initiative is running spoils there, which is not ideal. We could also start trying to work on the servants in Russia. She doesn't have very good odds of that, though, which is not ideal. Could purge humanity first out of Armenia, or the servants out of Azerbaijan. I think we'll go for a crackdown in Belarus. Pump a couple of influence into that.
Targeting their key people.
See if we can get that changed out. Madeline, we could just follow up the crackdown in Belarus with a purge mission. I don't know that there's anywhere else for her to target right now, so I'll go ahead and do that. She doesn't have very good odds, obviously, but if the crackdown succeeds, that should be a walk in the park for her.
Power.
So we'll do that. We've got a little more time until our cooldowns finish.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Alright, we had some help or we got some success in Spain. That's good.
Crackdown complete.
Alright, we got the crackdown in Belarus.
We've gained significant support.
Took South Africa. I'll just copy across priorities. Yeah, we want to run economy, welfare, and funding. Then I'll go ahead and abandon the nation for now. We lost a point in the Baltic states to the resistance. That's unfortunate. We're still pretty far off on our cooldown, so it's not the worst. But we'll want to try and take that back. And we lost in Chad to Project Exodus. That's fine. Norway to Project Exodus is less fine. We'll get that back here in a turn or so.
We've removed some threats.
Alright, and we got the party point. Yeah, party here, so that's nice. I'm gonna go ahead and change that to running... I think I'm gonna change that to all running mission control. Belarus is, I think, an eventual target for expansion for us in the EU. Worst case, it's a target for expansion from the Eurasian Union, or Russia. And we can go ahead and we're going to go ahead and try and take that here at some point in the near future, once we can get our CP under control. Alright, so then... Yes, defend interests would help defend our interests. I'm going to have Madeline go ahead and run a purge against Project Exodus in Norway. We've got fairly good odds. I'll put in a couple of influence again, just in case they decide to run defend interests.
Our enemies.
Where do you need me?
Andra can go ahead and run Assault Alien Asset in Yangon, in Myanmar. So we'll do that.
What's the op?
Yoyi, I want to keep running public campaigns in Spain.
I will tell our story.
And then I should probably have Andra running Inspire missions soon. Just start trying to get everyone's loyalty up really high. Eric is gonna... We could go and run hostile takeovers. Looks like the initiative's got a number of orgs. But again, we're doing pretty well on orgs, so I'm not super worried about that. We'll go ahead and take Kenya. Give that a try. Uransika, I want to go and fight back in the Baltic states, so I'm going to have her run a purge on the resistance there. We'll put a couple of influence in. If they do run defend interests, we might be out of luck, but we'll hopefully get through it. Running time... Belize finally had a revolution. Well, that's fine. We weren't really doing anything with Belize.
The people will come to our side.
Alright, we got some more public support in Spain. We keep on falling behind in public support though there. Which is kind of weird and not ideal. But local economic boom. So investments in the economy have triggered an economic expansion in South Africa. Directing additional funds can extend it. I think... We don't want to do that. We want to keep the good times rolling. We want to build up the Earth as much as we can here.
Target destroyed.
We got plenty of money and plenty of
Our
income on it.
associates are now in charge.
All right, so we got Norway back. Can change our priorities back to mission control. And then I'm going to go ahead and hold on to that point and abandon the point in Iceland, I think. Yeah, I'm going to abandon Iceland to try and get closer to cap. That didn't do as much as I was hoping it would. That's
We've got
fine.
our people in place.
All right, Kenya we took. Kenya, I want to run. They've got a pretty good population, so I want to run economy. I think I want to run welfare, and I want to run funding. So we will switch to economy, welfare, funding, and get rid of the spoils pip, and go ahead and abandon that immediately. Aliens are settling for Vesta. That's okay. And we lost the executive point in the Baltic states. Oh, okay, that's unfortunate, but we'll get that back.
We've removed some threats.
Yeah, we got our secondary point back, so we have the legislature. I'm gonna go ahead and switch everything back to mission control there, or actually, I'm gonna put it to mission control and funding, and we'll try and take the executive back next turn. Yep, aliens built a station around Fort Vesta as well. That's pretty standard. Set up a ground colony and a station. A few different changes there. We have some new orgs available. Take a quick look here. Aculius Financial might be useful, as might be Libra Investments. Looks like this one's a little cheaper, so we'd rather have that one. But we could go ahead and try and equip that to Yoyi, unequipping something else, maybe selling an org or two, get her administration score up a bit higher. We probably, let's see, Griffin Brands is just getting us money. That's not too important at this point. Dianthus Brands, same thing. Albion Products is just getting us money. That's also probably not too important right now. We're, again, doing pretty well on income. Monthly income is 1.1k, so that's good. I kind of want to keep the ones that give stat boosts, and I want to keep the ones that give engineering projects. So I think I'm going to sell, or at least unequip Griffin Brands for now in order to get... Oh, the International Monetary Fund. Ooh, that's really nice. We're going to take that instead. Because that doesn't have a monthly upkeep cost. It costs a bunch of influence up front, but that's fine. But boosts to economy, welfare, knowledge, and spoils, we want all of those. And the +8 administration is a lot. That'll let us unequip some of these other orgs. So we'll purchase this one and then use that to get rid of the Virgo Capital Group, I think. We should be able to unequip that and still have 4 spaces open now on Yoyi. Let's see, Beta Works gives 2 engineering projects, so that'd be a 10% boost. Servasta Surveillance might be the thing we want, though, because we want to get our investigation score up a little higher, and a little bit of espionage wouldn't hurt either. Yeah, we'll go for that one. Purchase that, and then we can probably get rid of Dianthus Brands, and then try and put another 2 or 3 star org on her. We could do CERN. I don't think CERN is helpful enough to be worth it. The 10% energy research is cool, but I don't care that much about it. On attack aerospace gives some boost and some mission control, which is neat. Oh yeah, BetaWorks had the 2 projects. Let's go for that one. And then finally, so she's at 24 out of 25 now. What can we get rid of? We could get rid of... So her base administration score is 6. And we're adding on 3, 6, 11... 19. So we can't get rid of any of her plus administration orgs, but we could get rid of Ontario's Industries potentially if we wanted any of these other 2.1s. She can't take Interpol. That'd be nice if she could, but could do the Rigel Fund. It's not too interesting. Syringa Research Group. That 10% space science research is kind of appealing. I think I'm gonna go ahead and lose the Antares Industries and put on Syringa. Just get the extra space science research, the extra research points. On attack aerospace is also really appealing, but I don't see it being as urgently valuable. So we'll go ahead and do this, and that'll get her up to 25 out of 25 and 15. We should probably sell off some of these, especially like Virgo Capital Group, because otherwise it's going to keep draining our monthly income, even as it provides no benefit. But everyone has a score of 25 now. Anjor is the only one who has room. We could try and get rid of something here. Maybe Arcadia Protection. Lose a command point, but we could give him on attack, or Sagittarius Protection Services would be good, because then that gives him another point of command above what Arcadia can do. We could also get rid of something like Sapphire Products. I think that's going to be a little bit better. Or maybe Proteus. No, we want the information science boost. Let's lose Sapphire Products. I'm going to unequip that, and I'm going to put on Sagittarius Protection Services. And then everyone's at 25 out of 25. So I'm going to go ahead and sell all of these extra ones that we have, because I don't think we're going to use them again. So we'll just get we're not going to get much for selling them, but we'll get a little bit of cash. We'll get a lot of cash for the Virgo Capital Group, actually. But that'll be good for helping things long term in terms of people's stats. And Andrew actually can level up again. So rather than go into administration right now to clear out his admin orgs, I'm actually going to start doing a little more persuasion with him, because I want him to be able to start running Inspire missions. Let's see here. And then, let's see, Eric's ready to level up. With him, I think he's still running... Yeah, Intrepid Counseling I'd like to, I think, move to someone else potentially at some point. I don't know. This might be a case, again, where I want to go for persuasion rather than administration. So I'm gonna put a point in persuasion. Uramtika's not quite ready to level up. Madeline is. I'm going to give her a point in... Let's see. She's administration could help with her, but I'm going to give her a point in espionage for now. Just with everyone at 25, even with relying on orgs to get to 25 for everyone, I'm going to hold off on pumping administration too much in the immediate future, and start working on everyone's primary mission stat. So... let's see. Oh, Russians are trying to invade Italy again, so we will deploy the French and British armies to Rome. Yes, we could do a hostile takeover. I'm not too interested in that right now. I am thinking about where I might want to abandon a nation in order to clear up some cap. Belarus is certainly a candidate. They don't have great science. They have a little bit of funding, but we don't really need it. They've got some boost, which is kind of neat, but I don't think it's that much. So I think I'm going to abandon Belarus. And we're still going to try and go for the executive there, but it's a slightly lower priority than getting the resistance out of the Baltic states. So Madeline will go ahead and run a purge mission on the executive in the Baltic states. I'm going to put a couple of influence in case they do decide to defend interests there.
The opposition.
Anjor can target alien life forms in India, so we'll have him go do that for now.
Ready to go.
Yoyi, I want to... Actually, she could do a hostile takeover mission. But I think I want her to keep doing public support or public campaigns in Spain. Eric, I'm going to have take the other point in Kenya. And Urantika, I want to run... I kind of want her to run a public campaign, actually, of all things. It might be worth doing a survey location somewhere here in the EU to see if there is, like, an alien agent doing stuff and hopefully get them to move on elsewhere. We could also try and do some work on Russia here. Oh no, I want to run a crackdown on Belarus. That's what I want to do with her. So we'll run a crackdown on the executive in Belarus. I'll put a couple influence into that.
Going after their people.
And we will confirm assignments and move on. Let's see here. Can unlock the Dumbo drive. That's kind of cool. I don't think we're going to use the Dumbo drive, but it's another
We're winning
project.
their hearts and minds.
A little bit of support in Spain.
We've hit them where it
We got the
hurts.
crackdown in Belarus. That's good. And the Russians are trying to take control in Italy. Oh, Matthew Zaborowski left. Okay, we lost our mole, but that's fine.
Score one for the good guy.
All right. Got some experience for Anjor. All right, and we've got the executive in Kenya. I'm going to just copy priorities across and abandon it again.
Our people have taken control.
All right, and we got the executive in the Baltic states. So that's nice. We'll copy across priorities. And then I am going to hold on to this one for now. I'd like to get it to work, hopefully. I might abandon the southern Balkan states for now, just to get back under cap. I think I'll do that. We maybe didn't need to do that, but I think it's a little safer. Of course, now we'll probably get a purge mission in the southern Balkan states, but... Alright, Russia's declared rivalry with Kenya and the Baltic states. So, let's see here. I want to try and federate Italy in. Yes, we've got consolidated authority, so I can now federate Italy in with the European Union. So I'm gonna have Yoyi do that. Set national policy in the EU.
On my way to the capital.
Eric, I want to, I guess, control a random nation again. We'll go for Tanzania.
Establishing our presence.
Urantika.
Ready.
I want to run a purge mission on that executive point in Belarus.
Terminating the opposition.
Madeline,
At your service.
I would like to... We've got a fair bit of control in Europe. Could just run a purge mission on a random country. Is there anything we really need? Can't really do a lot of stuff with some of those. Can she do anything in Turkey? Not really. We could take Armenia. Sure, we'll take Armenia. Mess with humanity first a little more.
Terminating the opposition.
Anjor, then I want to... I kind of want to have him run public campaign in Spain, but I'd also kind of like to have him start running these Inspire missions. He's got a little bonus with Urantika if he goes to Belarus. So... I don't want to have to pump a bunch of influence into this, but it's not too bad to spend a little bit. I'm gonna have him do the public campaigns in Spain for now. Hopefully we can just level him up soon and get that persuasion score a little bit higher to make the Inspire mission go a lot better. But we will confirm these assignments and run time. We've got our armies arriving in Italy, try and take out the Russians.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Alright, we got the public campaign. Oh, Russia unified with Armenia, so that's gonna kill our purge mission.
Policy direction complete.
Alright, I want to federate the EU with Italy. And then I didn't actually check the cooldown. So March of 2027. So it'll be a year before we can actually unify them. How is the UK coming with regards to that? Unification with the EU, please? What's my timing on that? Oh, actually, we can already unify them, can't we? Yeah, we could unify in the UK. We should do that. We should do that. I think we're doing fine on mission control. We've got 173, which is great. And let's see. So we'd be missing out on about 5 more points of mission control, which we could get in another 10 months or so. But I think that clearing up that much CP cap is worth it. That we should just unify that right away. Should probably do the same thing with Spain. Actually, I think we're gonna just try and unify some stuff into the EU here ASAP, just because I think that's going to be really valuable for us.
Our supporters are in place.
All right, we got Tanzania. Tanzania has a pretty good population, so we're going to go ahead and fund economy and welfare and funding. And then abandon it, get ourselves back a little closer to cap. And we lost the executive in Iceland to the servants. That's unfortunate. Well, we'll try and take that back in a little bit here. Legislature in Southern Balkan states to the servants.
Mission cancelled.
Yep, Madeline's mission got canceled because of the unification. And we lost the control point, or a control point in Belarus. Okay, we're just losing control points left and right. All right, well, I definitely want to do some unification then. Unrest in South Africa is high. That's fine. So I'm gonna have Yoyi go ahead and run. Let me double check this to make sure. So unification, we can get the UK and Spain in, and I think that's fine. We're gonna miss out on a little bit of efficiency on getting mission control, but we're doing so well on mission control that it shouldn't matter. Not at this point, anyway. So I'm going to set national policy in the EU.
Time to make our move.
I'm gonna have Anjor do the same, set national policy in the EU, and we'll have Madeline. We'll have Madeline go and try and take that point back in Belarus. I think we'll have Urantika double up with her on that actually, and run a crackdown there, just because they might fortify it, and I don't want to lose it. I don't want to fail it if they do. And none of these others are well. Actually, maybe the Southern Balkan states is more urgent. Let's do that actually. So we'll have Madeline go for the Southern Balkan states, which she has very good odds of, even if they do defend interests, and then. Let's see. I'll have Urantika, instead of running that crackdown, I'll have her try and go and take Iceland back. Pump in a couple of influence, just in case they defend interests again. And then Eric can turn a counselor. That's pretty good. Well, let's just give that a shot. Why not? Pump in a few influence, get the odds really high. I don't know anything about this guy, except we apparently know his loyalty is 0. I don't know how we got that much intel on him. He must have. Yeah, I have no idea how we got that much intel on this guy. Project Exodus is certainly a faction. It'd be nice to know some things about. Learn about some of their orgs, about their agents. Oh, is he going to ground? No, he's doing defend interests. Okay, so we'll get a chance to turn him still. All right, Russia ran an anti-satellite test. That's fine. We can potentially impose sanctions later, but we don't want to, probably. All right, so we'll return the EU's army to Paris. We'll return the UK's army to London.
spy in their ranks.
Ooh, we got a critical success, so we got a bunch of research bonus from that too, which is nice.
Don't let them find out.
I'm going to turn his auto fail rate down to 30%, just try and keep him from being detected. He's got a lot of really cool orgs. I recognize some of these from other games, but I don't know that we want to really raid him for that right now. We could potentially do something like that. But yeah, we've got Project Exodus intel now. They're not really a big threat to us, so this is mostly just an opportunistic thing. But it'll be good to have for now. Oh, and he's immediately gone. Okay. Well, never mind. Never mind. Flood in Rome. I'd prefer to send aid if I can. And it's not too expensive, so we'll go ahead and do that. And that... Oh, that destroyed the Russian army because they still counted as in Rome, I guess. So that's good, I suppose. It's certainly not terrible to have the Russian army not be harassing us constantly. Looks like a couple of... Oh, Russia just launched a new army and navy, so that means that they can continue to harass us, so that's a little annoying.
Mission complete.
We'll be alright. So we're going to unify with the United Kingdom. And hopefully in a moment, we're going to unify with Spain. Alright, so that brings us way under CP cap now. So that's great. And Europe is largely unified. Italy's still out. The Southern Balkan states are still out. But we're working on those. Oh, we can actually federate the Southern Balkan states in now. So that's good. The Balkan states. I might have been saying Baltic states, I'm not sure. Baltic states and Norway. No, Norway is almost ready to... We've almost got Norway consolidated, which means we can federate them in. Iceland we want to try and take back still.
We're in control here.
Alright, so we've got Southern Balkan states back under control. We'll go ahead and federate them in here next turn.
We are in control here.
Iceland is going to be ages away from unification now, so I'm going to go ahead and just put everything into mission control. It's going to be a while on that one. We lost the executive control point in the Philippines. I didn't realize we still had it, actually. Oh, the Russians are moving back to Rome. Alright, well, we'll redeploy these guys as soon as we can. They need to finish arriving first, and then we can redeploy them to Italy. India's ended its alliance with Iceland. That's fine. We've got a lot of intel still, so it looks like we can turn... Huh. Is that the same... Is that the same guy?
At your service.
Something's a little weird here. Because I don't think he's actually turned anymore, but it's showing him as if he was turned.
Acknowledged.
Well, we'll try to turn him again. It'll be fine. Pump in a few influence, get the odds up really high.
They can't refuse.
Where do you need me?
Might be a little glitch going on there. Hopefully it doesn't mess anything up too much. Now, as for what we're going to do next, we have now cleared up a fair amount of CP cap, so we've got a 70 to work with, and Russia right now is about 60 or 62 total, so we want to take Russia. Yeah, we're gonna take Russia. And we wanted to federate in the Southern Balkan states to the EU. We want to federate Norway into the EU. The Baltic states we're going to have to wait on. So I'm going to have Yoyi go ahead and set national policy in the EU. I'm going to have Anjor set national policy in the EU.
Your orders?
What's the
And then we're going to have Urantika and Madeline attempt to start doing the 1-2 punch on Russia. So we will try to run a crackdown on the servants. I think it would be nice to get the security apparatus, actually, because then we get a bonus to all our crackdown missions. Party would also be nice for the purge missions, but crackdown is going to be the big one for the time being. I think we're just going to have such better odds, though, against the servants here. So we'll start with that one. I'm going to put in... this is actually really, really hard to do. What could we do to boost that? We could just run public campaigns in Russia. That might not be a bad idea. Urantika's got a pretty good persuasion score. Madeline has not so great a persuasion score. So I'm actually gonna have Madeline set national policy in the EU instead, and have Anjor, who has a better persuasion score, run the public campaign in Russia. So we'll do that, and we'll start working on Russia. Another thing I could do is I could try to kick the initiative back out of Belarus, but I'm not going to worry about that right now because we're a ways away from doing anything with Belarus still in terms of technologies and other resources. So we'll go ahead and do that. Armies should arrive in London, and we're going to immediately push them back to Rome. And same with the army in France. Immediately go back to Rome because the Russian military is coming and we don't want them. All right, so we got this guy back on our side. Hopefully we don't immediately lose him again. I don't know if there's a glitch going on with that or just if they've defended it for us. All right, getting some public support. All right, getting some more public support in Russia.
Mission complete.
All right, EU, we want to federate with the Southern Balkan states. And then EU, we also want to federate with Norway. So it'll be a while before they can get into the EU proper, actually unifying. But at least we've got the federation going now. What else is going on? Oh, we've got some alien activity we should investigate. So I'm gonna have Anjor go ahead and do that, I think. No, I'll have Yoyi go and investigate the alien activity. Anjor, I'm gonna have go and try and take out some alien life forms. Looks like he can do that in Ecuador.
Where do you need me?
Eric is gonna start running public campaigns in Russia.
Making our case.
Urantika and Madeline actually do want. Oh, let's see. They fortified the initiative. Fortified in Belarus, so we'll go ahead and kick them out. We've got pretty good odds on a crackdown here.
Cracking down.
Put in a couple of influence, and then let Madeline take that over with a purge mission. I'm not going to put any influence into the purge mission just because we're just going to rely on the crackdown succeeding in order to do it. Otherwise, let's advance time. We got to be getting close on that Mars base. How is that coming along? It's July, July when it gets done. So we're in April right now, so a little while yet. Our armies have arrived in Rome. Okay, he's no longer responding to our messages, but something weird's going on with that. I'm gonna just assume things are happening this session that might be a little bit glitchy.
We've neutralized their key people.
We got a critical success on the crackdown, so that's good. We'll be able to take that point back almost certainly then with Madeline's, 99% for purge there.
By the numbers.
Anjor took out some Xenoflora, Xenofauna.
Recon complete.
And we finished investigating alien activity. Looks like the Russian army escaped.
We've removed some
We
threats.
could chase it and try and just destroy it entirely. But I am hoping to take Russia in the near future here. So I don't really want to do that. Belarus here, I want to run mission control. I'm going to try and hold on to Belarus for a little while, so I don't want to just abandon it at this point, because we've got plenty of cap to work with. Alright, now got some supporters in Uruguay, that's fine. How are we doing on the public sentiment front? We are up to 19%, which is good. Let's see how Urantika's crackdown odds have gotten. Much better. I'm going to try and hit that servant point, I think. They might just run defend interests here and mess things up, so I'm going to pump in, let's say, 8 influence to keep it decent odds. And then I'm going to have Madeline also attempt to run a purge on that one, assuming that Urantika succeeds at her crackdown. We actually probably want to put a couple of influence in that anyway then, because we're only going to get a -10 boost. Yeah, we'll put 4 influence into that.
We're taking power.
Ready for orders.
Anjor, I'm gonna just spam all the public campaigns in Russia this turn. We're really gonna keep working on that.
Ready.
Yoyi, same thing, I think. Oh, nope, her public campaign in Russia is terrible. We could... What do we want to do with Yoyi this turn? Might try and have her do an investigate counselor mission. Wouldn't be the worst thing. Yeah, let's just have her run an investigate counselor mission on a random counselor. See how things go. Eric can once again turn the guy who keeps turning. I don't understand, but we're gonna have him do public campaign in Russia instead because something weird's going on with that counselor.
Surveillance complete.
All right. Oh, we've seen this guy before. I want to turn these armies actually that I forgot to move back. Because the Russians are gone for a little while. Hopefully a long while, but we'll see.
We've hit them where it hurts.
All right, we got the crackdown before the public campaigns. That's whatever. It's fine.
We hold no sway in their minds.
Anjor failed. That's okay. See how the purge mission goes. Hopefully, I don't know what her odds are. 88%, so that's pretty good.
Our associates are now in charge.
All right, we've got our first point in Russia. We are going to set it all to, I think, economy. Russia is not doing the best right now. Economy and welfare, and maybe... Yeah, we'll just leave it on economy and welfare for now. Try and start improving the country. I'm not too worried about running any of these other priorities at the moment. So we'll keep running time. And let's see. Yep, supporters in Uruguay. We know. With that, let's see. Norway. Yeah, Norway's in the EU. Baltic states still needs 102 days. Iceland still needs 132 days. The southern Balkan states are in the EU, so that's good. Yeah, we'll keep this going. I'm gonna keep hammering Russia, I think. There's not There's not much more to do as far as alien stuff goes right now, so I'm gonna run public campaigns in Russia, pump in a little bit of money.
At
Eric,
your service.
run a public campaign in Russia.
Your orders?
Urantika, I want to try and get the next control point back from the Humanity First faction. So I think I'm going to go for the security apparatus, because I think that's going to help us to clear that out. I'm going to have to put in a lot of influence to have good odds of this. We'll go ahead and put 32 influence in, I think. Get it up to 63%. And then Madeline, we could just run a purge on it, hoping that we succeed at that. But I think it might be worth having her do something else instead. We'll have her. Let's start running defend interests in the European Union. I think that's going to be worthwhile because
Securing our control.
that's potentially a dangerous site to lose anything in. Yoi. We could run a hostile takeover on someone. Sergei. Okay, what does Sergei have? Winford Media, Second Chance. We can't take that one. Ad Astra Games, Cronus Risk Management, Urbana Products, Dicentra Defense Services, and Paris Consultants. None of those are all that interesting, except Second Chance, which we can't take. I don't know why we can't take it, but I think we'll have Yoyi go ahead and try to run public campaign in. Let's do public campaign in Italy. Try and keep that one safe, because it's going to be a while before we're able to do too much more with that. So we'll confirm assignments and then run time.
Securing our interests.
All right, the EU is protected for a while at least. Armies are returning home. Yep, that's good. Russia has done more missile tests. This is actually good for us. We want Russia's military tech level to increase because we want to take it from them in the near future here. Oh, wow. We barely succeeded at that roll, but that's fine.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
All right, we're doing better in Russia.
The people will come to our
All right,
side.
Andor succeeded as well, so that brings... All right, Udantika's up to 77% chance.
Crackdown complete.
All right, we did it. We got a crackdown on Humanity First's control point. We'll be able to run a purge mission on that next turn. Not really sure why Russian armies are moving right now. That's not great. We lost the point in Madagascar. That's fine. Turkey has proposed ending its rivalry with Georgia. I'm fine with that. We could get DARPA. Are there any other orgs that we're interested in? Probably should have looked at this a little while ago. DARPA is not the most useful. It's kind of expensive, doesn't have a lot of things we want. Federal Security Service is a lot more interesting, but is also very expensive, so that's probably not worth it. Praxis Resources, that could be good. Give a big boost to economy spoils and space mining, but it is a 3-star and we're going to have trouble getting that equipped to anyone. Tantalus Industries, not so interesting. Athena Group, same thing. Yeah, I'm not too enthused about any of these orgs right now. Although it looks like I've been holding off too long and I need to start leveling people up. So Urantika, we're going to give her another point of investigation, I think. Get that sky high at 25. Madeline can't level up yet. Andor can't quite level up. Yoyi can. Yoyi, I think, needs to keep going into administration, probably. Although we are struggling with some of her other stats, so it might be worth just plugging more points into investigation for her, just so she has a more usable investigation score. So we'll do that for now. Get another point in investigation. Eric can't level up yet, so everyone else is still waiting. Alright, so I want Urantika to run a crackdown on the Humanity First control point here. I'm sort of saving the executive for last, but 77% with 16 influence seems good. Madeline, I want to run a purge on the one that we've already got on crackdown. I'll put a couple of influence into that just to get, again, a little bit higher chance of success. It should succeed, but we'll see. Anjor can run a public campaign in Russia.
I will tell our story.
And Yogi can sabotage a project. Interesting idea. I don't think we want to do that though. I think Yogi is simply going to go ahead and we could have her start running advise missions actually. She's got a 25 administration score, which would be really nice to run advise on the EU with. So I think we'll start doing that for now. This may not be the greatest thing. Advise, I don't think I've talked about in this playthrough yet. Gives a bonus based on your administration score, your command score, and your science score to the nation you run advise in. So administration, it treats GDP as if it's 25% higher when calculating out your investment points. So that's a substantial boost usually. Oh goodness. Unrest is getting pretty high in the EU. I don't know why. Maybe we need to run more cohesion, more boosts to get cohesion up. I'm not sure. I'll get back to that shortly though. Right now I want Eric to run public campaign in Russia because we really want to take Russia. And we'll confirm assignments and run time. How's the EU's democracy? It's full democracy, so that's pretty good. Alright, so here's that boost of 25% to GDP. Research goes up by 5%, which is her science score. We'd really like to have someone who has a 25 in administration and a 25 in science for advise missions. Longer term at least, but I'm not rushing to get that right now.
Our technology could be used to end hunger, poverty, and disease. Yet, rather than raising up our entire species, it is widening the chasm between those with access and those without. Commissioner Kiran Banerjee, speech to the United Nations.
You go, Kiran. I disagree with a lot of things you do, but I like that sense. All right, so we want to run. Let's see. We could go for mission to the asteroids. Might be useful to have. I was thinking it'd be good to run orbitals because then we can start actually setting up space labs that are pretty effective. Otherwise, I think arrival international relations, arrival law could both be useful. I think we're gonna go ahead and go for orbitals for now, just because I do really want to get more stuff going in space. And industrialization of space is almost done, which is excellent. So we'll get that. And now we can do cybernetic implants, which I want to do as soon as I can, but I want to finish these alien projects first. We could probably change alien technology for now, but we're so close. They're going to finish in October, so I want to keep those for now. Cybernetic implants are really nice. They basically give the counselors +1 to most of their stats at the cost of money, which is absolutely a trade we want to make, so that's good.
The people will come to our side.
All right. Russia, we got some more public opinion.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
All right, public support increased by another 11%, so that's really good.
Prepping for mission.
Crackdown succeeded on the party control point, and let's see how the purge goes.
Laying the groundwork.
95% chance.
Any species capable of contacting us would have overcome the petty divisions that plague humanity, allowing them to call out as one voice. We should therefore use all the means at our disposal to demonstrate that we too are a united and harmonious race. Chancellor Li Qingzhao. Archival footage from the International Model UN debate.
All right, well that's nice to have that done. I think transnational coordination is the main thing we want from there because I believe that raises our CP cap. As far as other projects go, I'm tempted to try and get some low-lying or some low-hanging fruit. So running something like principles of space warfare or advanced carbon manipulation or maybe vacuum electrostatic principles. No, I don't think we need that right now. We'll go for... I do want to keep on boosting things in space. I think settlement habs might be good, although we could hold off on that for a little bit longer. I'm gonna have mission to the asteroids get started, I think. Or no, there's... What do we need for... I have to check the tech tree. What do we need for mission to the inner planets? Because I want to be able to hit that fairly soon. Mission to the inner planets. We need advanced heat management concepts. So I will take advanced heat management concepts then. We've got a nice spread of different topics, so that's good. We don't lose too much of our bonus. Oh, the Academy is really trying to beat us on orbitals, so I'm gonna fight back on that. Contraband scanners, we can get research. I don't care too much about that one. Nuclear test. Oh, so Japan has now become a nuclear power. That's exciting. Who's in Japan? Oh, Humanity First is, of course. So they get an atrocity for that, but they also now have nuclear weapons in Japan, so that's a thing.
We are in control now.
And we took another point in Russia, so we will copy across our priorities. And finish the turn, and I think we're going to call it here for now. Resistance failed a purge mission targeting Russia. Failed two purge missions targeting Russia. What is Russia doing? They're moving to Oslo. We're at war with Oslo? Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, well that's not great. I guess we're gonna deploy some military to Norway. So I'm gonna do that before I forget to do it later. But otherwise, I think we'll wrap here. Europe is in great shape. Our colonies, we're still waiting. Oh, not nations. I want to look at habs. We're still waiting on this to finish building. When it does, we should have a really nice boost to all of our resources. It's gonna be soon, so another month in game. Otherwise, yeah, we'll try and take the rest of Russia next time. We'll try and see if we can get the rest of these countries unified in. I think everyone who can be in the EU right now is already in the EU, so that's good. Oh, cancel that. So with that, I don't want to reassign that tank. I want them to go to Norway. With that, we'll call it. Thank you for watching, as always, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.